Good morning, grade 5, and a warm welcome to the English class. Children, I want you to imagine yourself being in a new school. I know most of you are in this school right from the pre-primary, and some of you have joined later. So I want you to imagine that you are in a new school. So some of you can really relate to this because you are a new student. And for those who are not new students, you could imagine, okay? Or imagine that you are shifting your residence, you are going to a new place. Now, I want you to imagine that it's your first day in this new school and you're going to enter the classroom. So what feelings would you have? Or if you're shifting residence and in the evening you see there are a group of children, right? And you want to join them. So what feelings would you have? How would you feel? Think about your feelings. You may pause the video, children, and you may think. What would you feel? Will the children make you feel welcome? Or you will think, would anybody talk to you? Will they allow you in their group? Right? So what words could I use over here? Think of some words, children. Yes, you would be nervous. You would be shy. You would even be scared, right? New school, new place. We could even be happy, children. Not necessary that we have only negative feelings. We could even be happy. You're happy to come to a new school. You're happy to shift residence, a new place. You could even be confident, okay? That yes, I'm going to make new friends. So children, today we are going to see two new poems. That's on page 22, right? One is on page 22. That's School Days. And you have the second poem, New Girl. That's on page 2323. So let's begin with the first poem, children. Unit 3, page 2 to 22. School Days, John Walsh. The New Boy. The door swung inward. I looked and breathed. The new school atmosphere, the smell of polish and disinfectant, and the flavor of my own fear. Now, what is the meaning of this, children? The door swung open. Children, this is the past tense, or you have the past participle of swing. So that means the door is open and this child or this boy who is a new admission, he's standing there, the new boy. Breathed is, children, where we take in air and we expel it out. The normal breathing, what we do. The school atmosphere. What is the meaning of this, children? Atmosphere, we have learnt in SST, right? Children, see here you have a glossary. So atmosphere is the feeling about the place or situation. The feeling. If you are a new child in school, so what feeling are you having about that place? The atmosphere is the place around that or the situation. It could even be the situation. Imagine you have entered a new school and maybe it's your first day, so you have entered during the assembly or maybe before the assembly. So what would be the atmosphere then? The smell of polish and disinfectant. Disinfectant is, children, that what we use to clean our house. That's also given in the glossary. If you see there, it's there in the glossary. Disinfectant is a liquid that removes germs. Like you have phenyl, right? Mama uses phenyl or some Dettol or something where you can clean the floor. And the flavor of my own fear. The flavor of my own fear. Flavor is what, children? Flavor is a taste, right? Now we have ice creams with flavor, and you even have yogurt with flavored strawberry flavor and vanilla flavor. Okay, so they are giving us that flavor. They are giving the taste of that strawberry or mango. So that's called a flavor. It is a distinctive taste of a food, or maybe if you take some drink, a mango juice or something, so you get that flavor. I followed into the cloakroom. The walls rang to the shattering noise of boys who barged and boys who banged, boys and still more boys. I followed into the cloakroom means he went to the cloakroom. Now what's a cloakroom, children? A cloakroom is a room in a public building. It could be a restaurant or a theater, and where you hang your coat or your bags or other personal things. You can leave it over there and you can move about. Like it doesn't, it's like a temporary arrangement. You keep those things maybe for your safety or comfort instead of carrying that heavy thing around. Even railway stations have a cloakroom so that you can keep it over there. It's like a security, safety. So sometimes you even get the keys. So these schools, some schools have a cloakroom, so where you can keep your belongings. It could even have an attached toilet or a washroom, something like that. Okay, so that's called a cloakroom. Rang to the shattering noise. What's the meaning of shattering, children? Shattering is something loud. Okay, it is like a destruction or breaking, like an explosion. It could be a mirror or a glass. So that's shattering, a loud noise. Of boys who barged and boys who banged, boys and still more boys. Children, the word barged is, what could it be? Children, whenever there is these words, okay, which are highlighted, you need to read the sentence again. Please keep your dictionaries with you, children. Okay, find out the meaning of barged. Please read that sentence again and again so that you understand the meaning of that word. Barged is, yes. Have you found out? It is to move forcefully or roughly. Like, imagine there is no teacher in your class and you are making a noise in the class, and what happens? A teacher comes in, she barges in, right? So that's called barge, to forcefully or to roughly enter in. Boys and still more boys. So it shows that I think this is an only boys' school. A boot flew by. Boot is, children, your footwear, okay? Shoes. Its angry owner, children, see this, it's, can you see this? ITS. Look very carefully. It's over here, children, is possessive. Like we say, for example, my pet, your pet. Okay? So it is possessive. It is not the contraction one, children. Be careful. It is not the contraction one. The contraction one is like it is. Right? I'll just show it to you over here so that you are not confused. This is, can you see? This is the contraction one. This is it is or it has. And this is the possessive one. Right? Okay. A boot flew by, its angry owner pursued with force and yell. Pursued is, children, chase or follow. Like the officer pursued the thief or the car. If somebody is running away, so you are chasing that person. Think of a sentence, children, with pursued in the present moment, present situation. Think something related to the current situation. How would you frame your sentence? Okay, I'll give you a clue. Think of the scientist, and what is the situation now? The pandemic. Yes. So what sentence could you make? Yes, scientists are pursuing to find a vaccine or to find medicine or treatment for this pandemic. Very good. Somewhere a man snapped orders. Somewhere a man snapped orders. Children, please open the dictionary and quickly find the word snapped. Snapped is, children, again if you see, it is the past tense. Snap, snapped. Right? Past tense. Snapped is to say something crossly. Over here, say something angrily. It could like be break suddenly. Like unable to control. Think of a mountain climber. He is holding that rope and he is climbing, and suddenly that rope snaps. Means it's the rope breaks suddenly. Okay. It could even be, snapping your fingers where you do this, that also could be snapped. He snapped his fingers in front of her face. You see some movies where they do this. Okay. So that also could be the meaning. But over here, snapped means saying something crossly. Now children, read this sentence again. Somewhere a man snapped orders somewhere. What do or who do you think is this man who's snapping orders, who's saying things crossly, who's saying things angrily? Who could be this man? Think. What do you think? Who could be this man? Think. I don't want to tell you. Think. Right? They clanged a warning bell. Clanged is what, children? A loud sound, a loud noise of the bell. This is also, children, a past tense and a past participle. Which other you can get this clang word for a bell? Loud noise of a bell. Think. Fire brigade. Right? They also have a loud noise of the bell. So children, did you think which man? It could be the teacher, it could be the principal, right? Who's around to tell the boys to get ready for class or to stop making noise. Now we move to the next paragraph. And there I hung with my new schoolmates. Schoolmates are the children who study with you in a school. Like you have classmates. Classmates are children who study with you in the same class. Schoolmates are in the same school. They could be senior, they could be junior. Younger to you or older to you. They're pushing and showing me. Pushing and showing, same way, children. Showing is to push someone or something roughly. It could be someone or something roughly. Like, think you are late for school in the morning and you quickly shove your books in the bag. You have not arranged it according to the timetable. It's not neatly. You're just pushing them in the bag. Or if you're late at the railway station, you see some people, they're just pushing and shoving. They are late to catch the train. So they do that. I, unknown, unwanted, unknown, unwanted, unknown. I told you, no, children, imagine yourself, you're in the new class. Does anybody know you? No, they don't know your name. If you have changed residence, do they know you? You are unknown and unwanted. What is this feeling, children? Yeah, you feel, see, they have their own friend circle. So will they take me in? Am I wanted? Right? Pinned to the wall. What is the meaning of pinned to the wall, children? We pin some posters or something to the wall. So that is stuck to the wall. On the verge of ready to cry. On the verge of means just going to cry. Like in class, you have come unprepared, or you're disturbing the class. And if I scold you, you're not crying, but you're just about to cry. You feel bad, right? So on the verge of, if mama shouts at you, so you're on the verge that you're just about to cry.